Hi, this is Marvin Lindsay with an update about some changes that our governing board, has made to our COVID-19 safety protocols. Starting this Sunday, May 30th, pre registration for worship will no longer be required. Also, capacity limits for our sanctuary and our Ramsey Center social hall have been lifted. And finally, our mask requirement within the church facility has been slightly modified. Uh, in terms of small group gatherings throughout the week, if all parties agree by mutual consent, masks can be removed to facilitate certain kinds of interactions. So, for instance, our staff, if we agree by mutual consent, we can remove masks and have a meal together in our workroom. Or if you visit a staff member, you and the staff member may agree by mutual consent to remove masks while you are meeting with that staff person. Now, there's some other things, however, that continue to be in place and continue to remain the same. We are going to require masks to continue to be worn by all people who attend corporate worship on Sunday morning. And we're also going to require folks to maintain 6 feet of social distance from people who are outside their household during corporate worship. And then finally, we're going to continue to observe some of our elements of worship in a touch-free way. So we will not be passing offering plates. We will not be passing trays with the communion elements in them. And that is to prevent the spread of disease. The reason why the session is keeping these safety precautions in place at the present time is for the sake of children under 12 who cannot be vaccinated. And it's also for the sake of immunocompromised people whose bodies may not be able to produce enough antibodies, even after being vaccinated, to be immune to COVID-19. We do want the sanctuary to be a place where people feel like their children are safe and where immunocompromised people feel like they can worship safely. And the session thinks that the best thing to do that right now is to continue to ask everyone to wear a mask and ask everyone to observe social distancing. So I want to say also that the conversation that the session had tonight was polite, was respectful. A variety of viewpoints were shared. Everybody listened carefully to one another. And that really has been the case throughout this pandemic. The session has really demonstrated a lot of spiritual maturity as it has had to make some very difficult decisions in a climate where there are lots of unknowns. And so, again, you need to be proud of the people that you have elected and entrusted with the authority to be servant leaders and shepherds and guardians of this flock. So continue to pray for them and continue to give thanks that the pandemic is receding. We give thanks for our healthcare professionals and medical researchers who have worked tirelessly to bring this pandemic under control. We remember those who have died from the pandemic, and we ask that God would comfort those who are mourning the loss of loved ones at this time. So let's take care. Get vaccinated if you haven't been vaccinated already. And that's the best way that we can bring this terrible situation to a safe resolution. God bless.